Hello and welcome to Plan Agile with GitHub Projects and Azure Boards. I'm Andrew Conniff, a Microsoft technical trainer specializing in data and AI. Today we will explore how to plan Agile projects using GitHub Projects and Azure Boards, and let's dive right in. GitHub Project Boards are a flexible and customizable tool for planning and tracking work on GitHub. They organize issues, pull requests, and notes into cards that can be easily dragged and dropped across columns, allowing teams to visualize and manage tasks efficiently. The new version of GitHub Projects introduces enhanced features such as customizable layouts, filtering, sorting, grouping, all which help teams tailor their project management experience to fit their workflow. With GitHub Projects, users can configure their workspace using different views, such as boards or spreadsheets, and add custom field tracking to the metadata. This flexibility supports better organization and control over project deliverables, making it easier to monitor progress and collaborate across teams. The improved capabilities empower teams to plan, track, and execute work more effectively within the GitHub ecosystem. Azure Boards is a customizable project management tool designed to support Agile, Scrum, and Kanban processes by default. It enables teams to track work items, issues, and code defects associated with software projects, providing flexibility to create custom process templates for a tailored experience. With features like calendar views, configurable dashboards, and integrated reporting, Azure Boards helps teams organize and visualize their work efficiently. One of the standout features of Azure Boards is its Kanban board, which allows users to add, update, and filter user stories, bugs, features, and epics. And this tool supports collaboration and transparency, making it easier for teams to manage tasks and monitor progress. By leveraging Azure Boards, organizations can streamline project workflows and enhance productivity across development teams. Here are some key steps for planning and implementing projects and teams within Azure DevOps. During the planning phase, organizations analyze their structure, operational models, and the roles to determine the project scope, objectives, and its stakeholders. It's important to identify the optimal team structure and roles and consider defined templates for project structure, processes, and artifacts to ensure consistency and efficiency. The implementation phase focuses on specifying project visibility, selecting a version control mechanism, and choosing the appropriate work item process. Teams build their structure, generate area paths, configure additional settings, and manage project resources. By carefully planning and implementing these elements, organizations can create agile, well-organized teams that are equipped to deliver successful DevOps projects. Azure Boards can be integrated with GitHub to enhance the project tracking and collaboration. By linking Azure Boards to GitHub repositories, teams can connect work items directly to the commits, pull requests and issues, enabling full traceability throughout the development lifecycle. The integration supports various scenarios such as connecting multiple repositories, managing connections from both Azure Boards and GitHub, and displaying linked code artifacts within work items and Kanban boards. This seamless connection helps teams plan and track work in Azure Boards while using GitHub for source control. Improving visibility and coordination across platforms is the main goal there. So supported tasks include creating links between work items and GitHub artifacts, automating state transitions based on the commit mentions, and post discussions and comments for traceability. So status badges from the Kanban boards can be added to the GitHub repositories for enhanced tracking. However, some features like querying work items with specific GitHub links are not currently supported. Overall, integrating Azure Boards with GitHub streamlines project management, fosters collaboration, and provides robust traceability for modern DevOps teams. So let's talk about how to create and configure GitHub project boards using templates and automation. You can start with a project board template that comes with pre-configured automation, making it easier to set up workflows for similar projects, or we can copy an existing project board to reuse its customization, streamlining project management across multiple initiatives. GitHub projects allow us to link up to 25 repositories to a single organization or user-owned project board, and providing flexibility for managing work across different code bases. GitHub project boards provide teams with powerful tools to control project deliverables and manage work efficiently. You can set project timelines to any length, including breaks with defined release dates and iterations for planning and upcoming work. This flexibility allows teams to organize tasks, track progress, and adapt schedules to meet changing needs. This ensures that the work is delivered on time and aligned with project goals. By leveraging iterations and releases within GitHub Projects, teams can break down the work into manageable cycles, making it easier to plan, review, and adjust as needed. GitHub Projects enable users to organize and visually work by customizing project views. You can change the layout, group and sort, and filter tasks to suit your workflow. This makes it easier to track progress and manage our deliverables. And the command palette is a powerful feature that lets us quickly switch between layouts, such as table view. We can also show milestones, sort by assignees. We can group by status and filter or delete views, all with simple keyboard shortcuts. GitHub Discussions is a powerful tool for team collaboration and planning. With discussions, we can post updates, share ideas. We can talk about any topic directly on the team's page. This feature supports linking the discussions to an issue, pull requests, or other repositories. This makes it really easy to reference important conversations and keep everyone informed. Pinning posts and receiving notifications ensure that critical updates are visible and accessible to all team members. And GitHub Discussions foster transparent communication and collective decision-making. It enables both private and public discussions. The teams can plan together, resolve questions, and maintain a record of key conversations. This collaborative approach helps teams stay aligned and quickly address challenges, build a stronger sense of community within the organization as well. Our feedback cycles are crucial for continuous improvement and assessment. So relying on robust notification systems to keep our teams updated is key. The process begins with the design phase, where feedback channels are defined and notification rules are set. And then implementation involves configuring notifications and integration feedback tools, such as like Azure boards and other DevOps extensions. We want to track our progress by achieving and monitoring key performance indicators and conducting reviews with analytics and reporting tools like Azure Analytics. So by establishing clear feedback channels and leveraging automation, we can ensure timely updates and foster a culture of ongoing improvement. Source traceability allows teams to track code changes, including details such as the author, date, and the purpose of each modification. This capability is crucial for effective code reviews, debugging, and understanding how the code base evolves over time. Bug traceability, on the other hand, helps teams identify and resolve issues efficiently by linking bug reports to their root causes and reproduction steps and the affected components. Together, these practices ensure that development activities are transparent and accountable, supporting reliability and maintainability in our software projects. Traceability connects testing activities, metrics, and feedback directly to the development process. By linking quality metrics, test cases, and results to the specific requirements and the code changes, teams can assess the impact of modifications on overall software quality. So let's move to a demonstration and look at this in action. Let's talk about how work items are organized in Azure DevOps. Depending on what type of project you create, you will have different default work items. Since this is a Scrum-based project, it has epics, features, backlog items and tasks, and of course, bugs. In the boards view, we can filter on high-level items, and here we're filtered on backlog items. The backlog view is tabular, and here we see the same items. To view the boards for tasks, we have to move to the sprint iteration view. As we change sprints, we can look ahead to work that is planned. Moving tasks is as easy as dragging and dropping the task. We can select items in this view and change iterations. This is common when prioritizing work items. We create a task by selecting new work item and then task from the list. Then we give our work item a name. And if we're ready to assign the task, we can do that now. Next, we can choose the iteration. And a detailed description here is important, and it's a traceable record. Next, we set the priority and effort and set the activity such as development or documentation. Now we can link the work item to a parent like a feature or a backlog item. We can add tags, create a feature branch, and our discussion for the task is right here. Simply use the @ symbol to find your colleagues, and start your discussion with your team. Finally, we save our work item before moving on. Insights on work item performance are important, and we can configure widgets in our project dashboard. This will give us a visual representation of our progress. In GitHub, the process is similar. We choose projects from the top menu and create or add a project to our repository. Inside the project, we can see our current iteration and multiple views of our work items. We select Next Iteration to view upcoming work. And here we see a view with separate swim lanes for work of different priorities, and our product backlog shows the views of the product backlog. You can create a new work item or issue by selecting the Add Item, and we'll follow the same pattern here. We're going to give our item a title and select Enter to open the description pane. Markdown is supported here, and make sure to add a full description. Additionally, we can add an area of work and assign the work item. We can change our work item priority and effort by selecting the tile and then updating the information in the menu. We can view insights using the Insights tab, similar to the dashboards in Azure DevOps. Once we configure our insights, we can view performance from the tab. If you'd like to go deeper and run the AZ-400 lab exercises using your own accounts and subscriptions, you can find the self-paced labs on GitHub at Microsoft Learning /MSLearn-DevOps. And if you prefer structured guidance, you'll also find options for instructor-led AZ-400 training with live labs and expert instruction on Microsoft Learn at the AZ-400 course page. This concludes our session. There are many ways to continue your learning journey. We encourage you to watch other videos in this course or search out your favorite next topic on Microsoft Learn at aka.ms/learn.